Thanks for spending part of your night with us. I'm Tim McGonigal. Shannon Newth is off tonight. First at 5:30, state, federal, and local officials gathered in Helena this morning to talk about the upcoming wildfire season and how they can prepare. MTN's Jonathan Ambarian has more on what leaders are expecting.
On Friday morning, Governor Steve Bullock met with agency leaders from around the state for an annual briefing on Montana's wildfire outlook and readiness.
There's a lot here and a lot to do.
Leaders say it's important to get all the organizations that work to fight wildfires on the same page.
No wildland fire agency can do it on its own, can succeed on its own.
Colleen Haskell, a meteorologist with the Northern Rockies Coordinating Center, said fuels in several parts of Montana are beginning to dry out. They're predicting a normal risk of fire for this summer, except in northwest Montana, where the weather has been much drier and fire danger will be higher. But a lot will still depend on what kind of weather the state gets in June and July. In 2017, leaders were predicting a quieter fire season, but it instead became one of the state's most destructive. Last year, they expected a busier season, but saw relatively few fires.
It all boils down to what we didn't get last year, and that was lightning.
Bullock agreed it's early to make assumptions about the fire season.
This is more about preparedness than predictions.
The Montana Department of Natural Resources and Conservation has hired and trained about 150 seasonal firefighters and trained another 3,000 local volunteers.
We've met the preparedness level that we need to meet every year, and we've got a great team of seasonals this year, so we're feeling good.
Leaders said no matter what the fire risk, it's important for the public to do all they can to avoid sparking wildfires.
And the good news is I think people are listening. We can't control when the lightning hits, but we can certainly ask people to be safe when they're in the woods.
In Helena, Jonathan Ambarian, MTN News.
Governor Bullock says Montana currently has about $38 million in the state fire fund. Leaders can access another $16 million from a state emergency fund if needed.